I knew this was coming. With the latest game-ready drivers, NVIDIA is introducing RTX HDR, and let me tell you, it just works. Okay, Jensen says, we're adding a new AI-powered tool to all GeForce RTX GPUs for free. So thank you very much, okay? This is called RTX Video HDR, and it automatically converts SDR video playing in internet browsers. Okay, so far I tested Microsoft Edge into a more vibrant HDR video. You know the drill. So now, is this the best option? No, it is not. I believe forcing AutoHDR is better. Okay? Link in the description of the video. There's a program that allows you to force Windows 11 AutoHDR on some browsers. Okay? Now, a reason why I say it is not the best option is because I see so far one issue with it, which is you see the AI component of it. Okay, so for example, near black, if you're looking at a test pattern, link in the description of the video, you can test this yourself. It doesn't look perfect near black, okay? The test pattern has gray pixels where they are supposed to be black. There is like an interference. It doesn't look perfect. The near black test pattern does not look perfect. Now, the gamma looks correct. There's no, you don't have to change the ICC profile. You don't have to change from the HDR calibration app profile to the ICC profile I share with you to fix the original SDR Gamma 2.2 content. You don't have to do anything. So basically, just with the HDR calibration app profile, this is gonna work. This is going to AI your AutoHDR, and the gamma is going to look correct, which is a lot more important than the detail I'm talking about. But if you know how to change the HDR profile, it's not difficult at all. You just need to download this ICC profile, and if you see that the content looks too bright, near black, or kind of washed out, you're gonna use this profile. If not, you just use the HDR calibration app profile. And in my opinion, Windows 11 AutoHDR is looking better. Okay, but that's the only reason that I see so far. Now, how do you enable this? Very simple. You just install the latest, game ready drivers, and then you come here to the NVIDIA control panel under Adjust Video Image Settings. There's an RTX Video Enhancement, okay? And you just have to check this box that says High Dynamic Range. Okay, so now make sure, if you are using Microsoft Edge, make sure you go to Settings, Microsoft Edge, go to Settings, then under System and Performance, you have to check this box that says Use Hardware Acceleration when available. Okay, you have to do that. And if you force the AutoHDR using the program I shared with you before, link in the description of the video so you learn how to do that. You have to disable AutoHDR for this to work, so you don't have that conflict of the AutoHDR and this also trying to AI on top of that or something like that. Just disable that AutoHDR so you don't have that issue, and this should work very, very well. So I'm very happy with this. Actually, these are great news because this means that NVIDIA cares. They just care about selling the stuff, but it seems like they are paying attention to HDR, and the HDR gaming is next. I'm sure they're gonna do something about it at some point. We're getting HDR 10 plus at a driver level support at a driver level. So that definitely should improve HDR gaming. But if you don't have an HDR 10 plus capable display, I believe NVIDIA should do something about it. something about HDR gaming, so it is just plug and play. Okay, something. I believe they should do something now that they are paying attention to this. So now, how good this super resolution is? I've seen some videos from Gamers Nexus and other channels. I think it works very well. I just turn it on here also, and this old video. I mean, I cannot play this for a long time because it's copyright. But I think it looks a lot better. This fight. This was a crazy fight. I think it looks a lot better with that super resolution on the HDR. So that is, I mean, that's fantastic, honestly. But I truly believe that the the Windows AutoHDR looks better. So yeah, let me stop it so I don't get copyright for that. You've seen that fight. It was crazy. So let me know your thoughts and opinions if you tested this. I have to test it more with more test patterns to see if I see those issues. But definitely with this near black test pattern, what I see is, I mean, I cannot capture this on the video because it is near black. It's very, very difficult for my camera to capture this. But I can describe it to you. It's basically, it doesn't look, this near black test pattern, you see how it is? It does not look, let me try to change the settings of my camera. Let me turn this on, turn the gain of the camera like crazy. See if you can see this. Let me change the settings for a moment. I think you can see what I'm talking about here on the recording. You see this black squares. I don't like this about Microsoft Edge. You see, these black squares are supposed to be sharp because it is supposed to be perfectly black. Okay, but it is not. I have some gray pixels here. So this looks kind of wet. So the test pattern looks wet because it seems like the AI is trying to generate stuff. And of course, this looks worse because I have the super resolution. So if I turn that super resolution off, it will, the AI enhancement, it will get a little bit better, but it will still look bad. Let me show you. I'm gonna turn that off. All right, see here, I'm gonna turn this super resolution off, apply, and let's go back to that video. Okay, here it is. Now it's gonna look a little bit better, actually a lot better, but it still looks wet. Okay, I'm getting gray pixels inside this rectangular figures here, and I'm not supposed to see this being gray like that. So it doesn't look terrible, on real content. This is not gonna be a big deal. But AutoHDR looks perfect, like absolutely perfect. I mean, just the SDR HDR trick looks perfect, and of course, SDR looks perfect here. There's no issues these issues are non-existent, basically. But now the good thing here is that this is fixing the gamma, okay? Because I'm using the HDR calibration app profile. I'm not using the ICC profile. So normally with AutoHDR, if I use this profile here, it's gonna look washed out. If I use this HDR calibrated profile, which is the profile that the HDR calibration app creates, with this, if I am using just SDR or AutoHDR, this is gonna look too bright. This test pattern is gonna look way too bright, and that's because the gamma is incorrect. So to fix that, I have to change this to the ICC profile I share with you, link in the description of the video. This is the ICC profile that would fix that. Of course, if I use it now, I'm gonna be crushing blacks because NVIDIA is fixing the gamma, basically, which is something very, very good. But there you go. It doesn't look perfect. It's not the best option in terms of quality, but it is definitely the best option in terms of just plug and play, because you don't have to be changing ICC profiles. It just works. Okay, so I think this is great. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any questions.